Welcome to Byte-Sized Tech.
Hey there.
We're the place where we try to blend, casual chats with some actual insight on the latest tech and gadgets.
Hope we manage it.
Exactly. And today we've got a real mix. We're diving into AI memory, photo editing bots, rolling home robots.
New Google chips, AI pricing going up, and, oh yeah, the Musk versus OpenAI saga continues.
Quite the list. So let's try and make sense of it all. What's a big picture you see here?
Well, looking at these topics together, it really feels like AI is moving from theory to practice, more personal, more powerful, showing up in tools we use, maybe even our homes.
Okay, let's start with that personal angle. ChatGPT getting a memory. OpenAI is rolling this out, right? For pro users first.
Yeah, that's right. Select countries to start.
My first thought was, HAL 9000. Is it like that, remembering everything?
No, not quite Skynet yet. It's more about remembering the context within a specific conversation.
Ah, okay.
So if you're brainstorming, say, a story plot with it, it won't forget the character's name 5 prompts later. It keeps the thread.
That actually sounds incredibly useful. I hate having to remind it about stuff we just talked about.
Exactly. It makes the interaction feel more, coherent. More like talking to someone who's actually paying attention.
So it could really help with longer projects, creative work.
Definitely. Think about refining marketing ideas or coding help. Instead of starting fresh or scrolling back endlessly, it holds on to the relevant bits from earlier in the chat. It's like having a collaborator with a slightly better short-term memory.
Okay, I like the sound of that. Now, staying with creative tools, Adobe. They're putting agentic AI into Photoshop.
Yeah, that's the term they're using.
Agentic. Sounds like it's gonna, take over. What does that actually mean for someone editing a photo?
It's more about assistance, really. Think of it as a smarter, more proactive helper within Photoshop.
Okay.
It's a chatbot, basically, that understands natural language instructions.
Yeah.
So you could say, make the background blurrier or remove the person on the left.
Wow, over 1,000 actions just by typing.
Apparently so. And it also analyzes your image and might suggest things like, hey, this looks a bit dark. Want me to brighten it? One click.
So less digging through menus, more just talking to the software. That could speed things up massively.
For sure, especially for common or repetitive edits. And it might make complex stuff easier for people who aren't, Photoshop wizards.
Lowers the barrier to entry a bit.
That's a big part of the idea, yeah. Makes powerful tools more accessible while hopefully freeing up pros to focus on the more creative parts.
Interesting. Okay, let's shift from software to hardware, something more physical. Samsung's Bally robot.
Ah, yes, Bally. The little rolling ball.
I remember seeing that ages ago. It's actually coming out, US and South Korea this summer.
Seems like it. It first popped up in, early 2020, so it's been redesigned, delayed, but yeah, it looks like it's finally launching.
And the big deal now is it's using Google's Gemini AI.
That's the key upgrade. Gemini is multimodal, meaning it can process different types of information, not just text or voice.
Like images.
Exactly. Images, audio. So Bally can understand voice commands, and it can sort of see and interpret its surroundings.
So beyond just being a cute rolling speaker, what does it do? What's the point of this AI home companion?
Well, the potential is there for it to be a mobile smart home controller, give reminders, maybe basic home monitoring, pet watching. Think of a smart display, but one that can follow you around and react to what's happening visually. Processing images opens up more possibilities for how it interacts with the home environment.
Okay, I'm reserving judgment, but it's definitely interesting. Now, powering all this AI stuff, Google's new chip, Ironwood.
Right, their 7th generation TPU, tensor processing unit.
And it's specifically for AI inference. Okay, break that down. What's inference versus, training?
Good question. So think of training as the learning phase. Teaching the AI model using huge amounts of data takes tons of power. Inference is when the trained model is actually put to work, making predictions, classifying images, answering questions based on new data it hasn't seen before. It's the using the AI part.
Ah, okay. So Ironwood is optimized for that part, the day-to-day running of AI applications.
Exactly. It's a high-volume task. Every time you use an AI feature, that's inference happening somewhere.
And Google finds it cheaper to make these specialized chips with Broadcom than just using regular CPUs or GPUs for this.
Apparently so, for inference workloads at their scale. It highlights how important custom hardware is becoming in the AI race. General-purpose chips aren't always the most efficient tool for the job anymore.
Makes sense. Specialization is key. Now, speaking of cost, Anthropic, the Claude AI folks, they've launched Claude Max.
Yeah, a new premium tier, or rather 2 tiers.
With some pretty serious price tags, right? $100 or $200 a month.
That's it. For 5 times or 20 times the usage limits of their current Pro plan, plus priority access to new stuff.
Wow. So is AI just getting really expensive, or is this just for super heavy users?
It's definitely aimed at the power users. People who are constantly hitting the usage caps on the $20 Pro plan. It shows there's demand at that high end.
Who needs that much AI access?
Think developers doing complex coding tasks, researchers analyzing huge data sets, maybe businesses integrating Claude really deeply into their processes. For them, the cost might be worth the increased throughput and, well, near unlimited access.
And does this put pressure on OpenAI and ChatGPT, their pricing?
It could. It sets a precedent for high-tier pricing. If enough high-usage customers find value in Claude Max, OpenAI might feel pressure to offer something similar or risk losing those users. It stirs the pot in terms of competitive pricing models.
Yeah, the AI price wars, maybe phase 2. Okay, finally, we can't ignore the legal drama. Elon Musk versus OpenAI. Now, OpenAI is countersuing Musk for harassment.
That's the latest development, yes. Things are escalating.
Can you give us the nutshell version? What's the core fight about, legally speaking?
Okay, so Musk originally sued OpenAI, claiming they abandoned their original nonprofit mission by becoming too focused on profit, particularly through their partnership with Microsoft. He felt it betrayed the goal of developing AI for humanity's benefit.
Right, the founding principles argument.
Exactly. Now, OpenAI is hitting back. Their countersuit essentially argues Musk's lawsuit is baseless, maybe even motivated by sour grapes after he left OpenAI, and his own AI ventures haven't caught up. They claim his actions and public statements constitute harassment and are aimed at harming OpenAI, and they want the court to stop him.
Wow, so it's messy. Competing narratives about the past, the mission, and probably some big personalities clashing.
Absolutely. It really highlights the enormous stakes, financial, ethical, philosophical, involved in developing artificial general intelligence. It's not just about code, it's about control, direction, and billions of dollars.
A stark reminder of the complex forces shaping this technology. Well, that was quite a tour through the AI landscape this week.
From chatbots remembering your name to robots rolling through your house to major legal battles, it's certainly never dull.
Definitely not. It feels like things are speeding up, getting more integrated into everything.
For sure. And hopefully, digging into these different pieces helps give a clearer picture of where things might be heading.
So, a final thought maybe. As this AI gets more powerful and personal, like with memory features or agentic assistance, how much control do we really want to give it? Where's the line? Something to ponder.
A very important question indeed.
Okay, that's all the time we have. Thanks for tuning in to Byte-Sized Tech.
Hope you found it useful.
If you enjoyed the episode, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe for more fun tech discussions.
See you next time.